What's up? We are live. And while we're sitting here live, now, what's up? Good morning. What's going on? Somebody talking about let's go. I was here first. Now, we're live for this hood story. Mm. You dressing for work, Nicole? What you wearing? Nothing right now. Uh-oh. Woo! Nicole making it hot in the live chat. The live was jammed last night. Early bird like you. Oh no, I'm not. This is my bedtime. and, and what good way to go to bed than on this note here. He said sending me some boob pics, me sending it to him. And then then he will clear about to see if they okay for me. Well, all right, let's get to it. This is Hood Story Volume. I have no idea. Now, they're the thirsties. Now, this is a story about friends. And I'll tell you right now, most people who have been killed by somebody who's in the same picture as them. That they didn't took a picture with, unfortunately. And this is not one of those stories. Nobody dies. Now, this is a story about two friends, right? And the girl you see in the picture, that girl is actually from what's her name, Demetria, whatever. She looks just like this girl. She's a southern girl, thick, but she got like those elephant ankles. You know how normal people ankles after the calf it gets smaller and slim all the way down, and they got normal size ankles. She ain't got that. She got them elephant ankles. They just go all the way down. They got them elephant ankles. That's the only thing about her. She got them big old elephants. They just come all the way down. So whatever this is, right? She got them cankles, which means that she's thick all over. Right, them stumps. So she got those, but she thick all over. I mean, stacked. So if you can deal with them cankles, everything else is in place properly. She is a knockout. Now, here's the thing. They met her because she used to bartend at a strip club. She never stripped there, but she was actually a bartender there. She was doing that for extra money. She already had a job, so she used to bartend at night. Now she has another child. Make her wear socks. She has another child that's not with her boyfriend and everything else. So anyway, his guy, he's kind of nerdy a little bit. He's real cool to a degree, but he's one of those slick guys. He think he's slick, but he's not slick. But he think he is. Like I'm getting away. Nobody knows I'm the slickster. He's one of those kind of guys. Corny, but one of those dudes. But he doesn't know how to talk to girls. Like he can't really engage in conversation too much, and he needs help. So his boy, who has all the personality in the world, New York Slick. Right. So to change the names of the people, okay, Slick guy would be called New York for this story, and the other guy would be called Texas. just just so nobody would identify anybody to the story. Okay. So New York, homeboy New York decides he really likes this girl, the bartender and everything, and that she's cute and he wants to talk to her. And actually, his homeboy, who is Texas, actually had the rapport with her. They was laughing, they cracking up at each other's jokes. They watched the same TV shows, everything. So he was like, cool, hook me up. So he was like, all right, cool. So he was like, all right, cool. We'll go ahead and I'll do that for you. But Texas was like, how you know I don't want it? He was like, man, I said something about her first. You weren't even thinking about it. So Texas was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna hook you up because you my boy. So he was like, yo, what's up? My man over here, he likes you and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, he should talk for himself. I want a man that can talk for himself. Why would I want a guy who can't talk for himself? And in New York's like, I could talk, babe. I was just sitting here thinking, I'm a thinker. I sit back and check things out. And she's like, he's kind of cute. So they went, long story short, they get her number. They end up going out, and they kick it together, and it be the three of them, and in Texas, he was dating some of her friends, and going out with other girls, but he was always, when they go kick it, it's normally the three of them. They go to the comedy clubs, they went to the movies, they went everywhere. Minnesota in the house. What's up, Minnesota? So anyway, here's the situation that he's noticing. They're playing a drinking game. It's like a board game where you take shots and they're drinking with their other friends and they got Texas in the house and Texas coming in. He buys a bottle. And she was like, you see, out of all your friends, Texas, she's talking to New York at this time. Because at this point, let me explain to you, some years have went by. Some years, like about 4 years. And she's like, New York and her are living together. Texas always comes and hang out over there. So now they're living together. All right. They living together. They got a little house. Right. They got a little house out in Chicago on Dorchester. So he come all the way over there because Texas come all the way and drive. He's like, I ain't gonna drive this far and come out here. We ain't gonna come all the way out here and y'all, and I ain't gonna bring nothing with me. So his boy out there, they on the back porch and they smoking blackjack. And he was like, man, tell Texas, man, that's a thick girl, man. Shoot, you better get her knocked up quick. So they telling that to New York. New York is really sensitive about stuff. When people start saying stuff, he act like it don't bother him, but it bothers him. So Texas knows this. His other friends really are not that close. So Texas be like, man, chill, man, chill, man. Don't talk like that, man. That's his girl, man. So he's like, man, I'm just complimenting the brother on his taste. I can't do that. He was like, man, it's just the way you say it, man. Come off disrespectful. Because Texas can take it, but New York can't. So Anyway, old girl want to go to the store, but because all the cars are parked in, her car is blocked in the garage. Her and New York car is blocked in the garage. So she told Texas, take me to the store. He's like, all right, bet. They ride out to the store. His homeboy in the house was like, dog, you let your girl go out like that with another nigga? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You better not. I'm going to tell you right now that you my dog. Don't ever let me go with your girl. Don't ever let me go with your girl, dog. You my boy and all, 100. But I'm going to pull it. If I'm going off that yak, I'm going to pull it. Now, he mad as hell right now in New York because these other homies that he cool with, but they don't know him. They ain't tight like him in Texas. You know what I'm saying? They cool with him, but they don't respect dude at all. They just out to him reckless. They don't give a damn how you feel about it because they know, like, dude, you can't pull this with us, smooth or not. You soft. We gonna talk to you any old way we feel like it. So anyway, they come back. They come back from the store and everything. She got everything. Texas is there. And they laughing coming through the door. What's so funny? What y'all laughing at? She's like, nothing. We was talking about stuff in the car, just crack it up. He was like, oh, okay. And then they in here cracking these little jokes, facial expressions about the comedy show, comedians and stuff. And he just sitting there, dude from New York. And he was like, yo, dude talking about, dude, we want to get some extra money. We gonna, I got this plan, man. You know that little thing we used to do like 2 years ago? Now, what they used to do is he would have a job in New York. He was learn how the job works or whatever, and set up a little robbery where they would get some clothes. He was working at a clothing store, like on 87, and occasionally he would just let people come in and they would swindle clothes out of the place. But he was in on it and he would get a cut. So eventually this started to grow into a thing with him in Texas that they used to do. So now him in Texas had a career that nobody knew about. They both had jobs, but they had a little side hustle that nobody knew about, conning and running a con and robbing. So New York had a side business where he had set up and staged basically a robbery where they come in and take the ATM. So the guy who was in there talking to him reckless, he learned about that because New York want to talk and act like I got to impress my homeboy here who talking to me and what I do to get some extra money. Just so I can impress him so he can walk out of here going, all right, he kind of tough. So he was telling him about all his doggone banks he didn't hit. I mean, not banks, but ATMs that they were hitting and how it was set up. So anyway, Mr. Architect, what's up, good? Mr. Architect. So anyway, the guy he was trying to impress, who's really a goon, was like, bet we got a job. Let's see if you really the guy we think you are, that you keep talking about. Let's see if he really about that, Texas. And Texas was shocked he even said anything. So they was like, we got a job coming up. Let's see if you up to it. They got an ATM machine in there. The same kind that did this and that. So anyway, to make a long story short, New York set it up to where they can come in, hit the ATMs in multiple locations. Don't worry, Lomo the Great. Just wait till it ends. So they hit these ATMs. Now they were on the news. They made the news now as the ATM bandit. He's I might as well write a script for all these. So now the ATM bandits, they didn't hit these ATMs up. The homeboy who was like, I want to see what y'all could do is right there with him. Guess what? They get away. They all got their money, they balling, they out of control. The girl don't know nothing about anything that's going on. So she said. But they just all of a sudden got all this stuff in the house, big screen TV. That's when the 3D TVs was out. Remember when everybody had to have a 3D TV with the glasses? They was woo, they got on the 3D glasses in the house. Got on, yeah, we got these glasses. Yeah, we got the 3D TVs. So they went and got 3D TVs. And he would know Texas would come by to his girl's job and they'll have lunch because their jobs weren't that far away. He didn't know they were having lunch until like she's like, yeah, I talked to him at lunchtime. He thought like talk to her on the phone. He didn't know his boy Texas was going up there. He was like, he didn't tell me that. And then the dude who was trying to like make, yeah, man, you better not ever let me go with your girl. I tap that. Boy, and the guy he couldn't stand is like, man, yo boy Texas hitting that. He tearing that up like, you a fool, Joe. He don't even know. Man, smell your girl breath and see if it don't smell like it. I bet you don't. When she come back in the house, smell her breath. I bet you it smell like it. Yeah, Texas smashing. So in his mind, his boy thinks he's thinking like, yeah, you the stupid fool because you don't see how this is going. So he go home, he looking at the both of them. He had a barbecue. He just called him over there to throw this get together just to look to watch them. He watching how they respond to each other. He was like, this is 100% factual, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm about to tell you. He called a lawyer and he said, if I got information about those ATM robberies and I was involved, can you get me a deal? He said, what? The police come, pick up Texas, picked up his homeboy who was rooting, picked him up. All three of them went down. This fool tricked on his homeboy Texas because he suspect his girl that he living with is sleeping with his homeboy, put in his mind by him, told on himself, included, told on himself included, said we did it, we all did it, all because of the girl. Like, yeah, sleeping with my girl, messing around, flirting with her. He took a plea deal and got 3 years. He took a plea deal and got 3 years. Homeboy still locked up. Texas is still locked up. He got slammed. And because they were ATMs, it became a federal crime. So you got to do at least 80% of the time. He's not getting out for 8 years. He got to do at least 8 years before he can get out of jail. All I know is Texas really want to have a conversation with that man when he gets out. If that man is still around, he want people all eyes on him as soon as he touch home. As a matter of fact, he already home. I think New York already home. So they tell me. Free Texas. I know Texas is messed up. So his other homeboy that was in there, who they said, did this and that, they couldn't really prove nothing on him too much. But he got found guilty to some, and he rolled over on Texas too. His lawyer made him roll over on Texas, so they both had a problem. Texas got slammed, and it wasn't even his thing. He went along with everything. So how about that? I told you, stories get very severe. Now, how many of y'all saw that coming? This fool told on himself so he can get out and have his boy locked up because he thought his boy was messing with his girl. Told on himself and did 3 years. How you do 3 years like that? That's the craziest stuff I've ever seen. That's the most insecure I've ever heard anybody in my life. And dude was not even smashing her. Like he told his girl, like, you think I didn't know you liked him and you wanted to get up with him? No. And the thing was, his girl that he lived with, she went to court to testify on behalf of Texas, not her man. So I don't know if they were sleeping together. They claimed that they wasn't. But she went to court to testify for Texas, not New York. She went to testify for him, like, yeah, he was jealous, thinking that we were sleeping together, and he just made up this lie, and blah, 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 blah. It probably was him. And she lived in the house because dude was a rat. He was a huge rat. Now, everybody think her and Texas slept together. He was too much of a coward to confront them. He's one of those. That's why I say he think he's slick, but he ain't. But he's really a coward. The slickness is just to disguise how much of a coward he is. He's too scared to confront him that he would rather put himself in jail. That's stupid. I couldn't hang out with nobody like that. I could not hang out with a dude like that. So the moral of the story is this: if you got a guy like this hanging out with you, get rid of him right away. Don't do no dirt with him. They'll make it into a movie one day, but you'll know exactly where it came from. Oh, Lomo the Great said this is a terrible story. I bet you don't think it's terrible no more. New York must be light skinned. I will tell you this: he's lighter than me. He is lighter than me, but so is Texas. Texas, both of them lighter than me. Like Texas is about a little bit about my closer to my complexion. You can't make stuff up like this, dog. You just can't. I'm sorry. I would love to just make stuff up like this. That would be pretty cool to have that happen, but nah, dog. Stupidity is a mug. Nah, New York is from Chicago. He used to live on Dorchester. What happened to old girl? I don't know, but I knew she was thick. Like she might be on Facebook somewhere. I don't know. So, oh, Brandon, you just missed out, bro. You just missed out. Mr. Brandon, Storm, and Norman, you have missed out. Don't worry, we're about to get out real soon. As it's about to be 7 o'clock in the morning, which is time for me to go to bed. Don't worry, I got some classic hood stories coming up today in hip hop. Period. Man, you never respond to me. I have responded to you, Mr. Pharaoh in the ghetto, before about you saying the exact same thing. Boxing stories, we will do a boxing one today, as you will hear directly from Billy Joe Saunders talking about the Charlos. You're gonna hear a story with Future and Metro Boomin, the same way we did the Little Wayne story. You're gonna hear a story with Future, with me, Future, and Metro Boomin. Metro, 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 Metro. That's already done. Those are already done. I'm just saying, y'all gonna hear it if y'all stay tuned today. Y'all finna hear that today. We been counting money.